use them in your projects, or you can use it to pack. One of the fantastic things about using all your shredded pieces of paper is you could use it as a nice way to pack your gifts to your friends, and it's recycling. But the name of the game here truly is safety. It's protection. It's keeping yourself safe from predators, from people who are trying to steal your identity. If you don't already have a shredder, I tell people all the time, it's one of the essential items that you should have regardless of whether or not you plan to use any of that extra paper for other things. I mean, it really, really has so many benefits. But think about how much information comes to you in the mail, right? There's so many mailers with your information in it. Sometimes what do? We just chuck it into the garbage. But let me tell you, if somebody is looking to steal your information, you have literally handed that information to them, which is why a shredder, especially one as good as this from Royal, is an absolute essential. Now, Royal doesn't often do amazing deals. And I'm just saying, being able to get a high quality, top-notch shredder for under $100 is truly in and of itself a phenomenal value. But it's from Royal. Now, Royal doesn't often do this kind of deal. And look how fast and really how powerful this is. This is perhaps the lowest price. No, it is the lowest price ever offered for this shredder, $50 off, and it's on 5 Flex, as well as free shipping. It comes in 4 different colors. Of course, you see it there in the blue. You see it in the black. We have it in green, and we have it in the red, which I'm standing next to. But again, we're talking about a powerful shredder that's going to get all the work done. From 100 sheets at a time when you load it in, it just goes to work. You don't have to think about it. It'll shred the papers. It can do credit cards. It can get through staples, so it's powerful. But take a look at the bin. The bin on this is 4.5 gallons, so you're not gonna be emptying every 5 seconds, which is really kind of a hassle if you have a smaller shredder. And you'll always know when to empty it because it has this beautiful window. To join us and tell us more about why this is absolutely an essential item in your office, in your craft room, Tara Quellhurst. Hello. You knew there were hands feeding paper into that shredder over there, but now you see the beautiful face to go with those hands. How you doing, girl?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm okay, but this is such a fantastic deal.
This is such a fantastic deal, and I'm excited to talk about it because often we don't know what we don't know.
No.
And what we have here is an upgraded version that's going to make sure that you are safe. Now, in 2023, we had over 10 billion with a B in identity theft fraud in America alone. Now that's a lot of people who were affected. And the biggest demographic there are people who are over 60. And one of the reasons that they're the biggest demographic is because they have an older shredder.
Yes.
It's because they haven't updated their shredder. So what Royal has done, one of the reasons I love Royal is they've been around for over a century. So you know they were the original typewriter people, and they, over the years, have become the best office products that you can get on the market, but this is high quality. It is high quality. But what they've done here is they've upgraded your shredder because the identity theft fraud guys have gotten smarter.
Oh yeah.
And as they've gotten smarter, we have to up our game so we're even smarter. So what you have here is a fast, look how fast this is. It's a fast shredder. It pulverizes right down into what we call micro shredding.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because that's what people don't understand, is that as the technology develops, these shredders become better and better at protecting you. And
That's
this
right.
is the top of the line when we talk about being able to offer that micro-fine cut.
This is that micro-fine cut. Like you said, this is a huge 4-gallon bin. This is going to take over 1,000 sheets of paper before you have to empty it. Let's talk about a feature I do love. I love that this is lightweight, and you just take it and empty it. You're not having to take the whole shredder downstairs forever out of the office. I mean, this is a really nice feature. It comes with an LED light right inside there so you can see what you're shredding. It also comes, okay, Before we get back to talking about keeping each other safe, because that is the star of the show today, is safety, I do want to talk about something that made me very happy when I got mine in the mail.
Yeah.
It came fully assembled.
Oh, you know what? Yes, please. I know. Well, that's a fantastic reason why I'm so excited about the offerings in this specific show, because we're talking about not only being able to offer you an amazing price, under $100 to keep you, your family, all your information safe, and your identities. I mean, for your children's sake, if anything, your grandkids, getting their information safe is like, they have their whole lives ahead of them.
It's 1 in 10 kids.
1 in 10 kids. But take a look at what we used to do when we used to shred. Isn't this amazing? Remember the days when we had this strip cutting? And look how much information you still can see on a strip cut shredder. Look, a full name, address, all the information with a phone number.
The driver's license, everything can still be seen on a strip cut.
And as time went on, it got better. But look,
it got better. This is what we called a cross cut. So I think this is what my parents had last time I checked with them on their shredder. And with a cross cut, you can still see a lot. And like we said, these people who are experts at identity theft, when they go through your garbage, they're fine with this. They can piece this together just fine, especially with different types of technology, being able to put things into AI now. So this is what Royal has done. Royal has upped the game. This is called Microcut.
Microcut.
And it is absolutely has pulverized that information. Now, this is what's going to happen, Emily. If those identity theft guys if those scammers come to your trash and you have this,
you're like, good luck.
They're moving on to the next trash.
That's right.
They're not even thinking about it. This is not worth their time. They can't figure it out. Not only is it not worth their time, but they just can't figure it out.
No. And if you think about the time you're saving, right? There are shredders out there, and if you're thinking, my shredder's fine, it's fine. Think about how long it takes and how you have to feed one sheet of paper in at a time. This can be loaded with 100 sheets of paper so that you can walk away, do what you need to do, get your crafting done.
That's right.
While your shredding is happening. It's amazing.
That's amazing. And the 100, you can feed it 100 sheets of paper, but also still single feed it at the same time.
Oh, so you're getting double duty.
You're getting double duty. So maybe you sent your niece or your nephew, you know, in there and you gave them 100 sheets and you said, put this in the shredder, which by the way is kind of fun. It is kind of fun to shred things, right? You've popped all of these sheets right here in the back. Boop, 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 boop.
And
they're gonna go on automatic, but then you're like, but wait, I also wanted to shred my old debit card. Because I don't know about you, but I'll order a new debit card because I lost my debit card and then I'll find my debit card in the purse that I was using the day that I lost it.
Yeah, girl.
So those scammers can take that old debit card and they can absolutely make a new one. So it will shred those old debit cards, those credit cards. You know what else is really important, Emily? You guys may not have thought of this before, but you need to shred the fake credit cards that they send you in the mail. And you can shred the whole thing with the envelope and everything because this baby can even take staples. We can even, but those are really important to shred because those scammers can grab those and they can use them.
And this is a customer pick. So obviously our very savvy shoppers who already own this, congratulations.
They love it.
They've stopped and taken time out of their day to talk about how much they love and how powerful this is. Go ahead and check the reviews because when it's a customer pick, that means there are 5-star reviews.
Ooh.
People vouch for it, they love it.
Good one.
Check out what they have to say about that. And look how powerful that is. Gone are the days when you took a pair of scissors to your credit cards or any sensitive information.
Gone.
Right? Where you're just literally cutting a little jigsaw puzzle for the scammers and the fraudsters to just put together.
Right.
You're not going to do that anymore. This is your best line of defense that you can do at home. And there is documented information from the government that says that you should be shredding your documents.
Absolutely.
It's really, really important to make sure that you're doing the absolute best that you can because, you know, identity thieves will try pretty much anything. They're on the internet. They are literally picking up physical documents. So if you can't really protect yourself 100% on the internet, at least do what you can at home with all that old tax document you might be holding on to.
Absolutely.
And you're like, what do I do with all of this paperwork?
After 7 years, we're supposed to shred it. If you are somebody that's using automatic check deposit on your phone with your bank app, you are supposed to shred those checks. I think it's after a week or 2 weeks. I mean, check with your bank and ask, but those need to be shredded as well. You'd be surprised what these scammers can use and just out of your garbage. And you need a good shredder too.
Yes.
You need a shredder that's going to be, well, and it's pretty. I mean, let's be honest. This looks nice, right?
Yep.
It's easy to use. it comes completely assembled. It also comes with casters. So if you're somebody, maybe you live alone, maybe you aren't like super strong, this is gonna come with casters. You just wheel it wherever you need it. It's gonna come with your removable bin. Over 1,000 sheets of paper
And
are
it
going to be
empties super
shredded.
easy too,
And
right?
it empties super easy. Not only can you shred regular paper, you can shred credit cards, and you can shred things like CDs, which you may not be thinking about. Where
That's
are
what
my
that
CDs?
loud noise was you heard earlier. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? It just pulverizes a CD with all that sensitive information that you might have stored from many, many years of saving your digital pay stubs.
Yes.
And that's another thing we need to mention is that you hold on to those documents. You think, oh, I might need that after a couple years.
Right.
But the recommendation is to get rid of your pay stubs within a year or after a year.
After a
And
year.
so don't hold on to them, because what you do is you have a big box and you say, well, I don't have the time to shred that. I'm just gonna toss it. Who wants it? All that information's old anyway. No, your information's on there, your name, your
Sensitive.
address. All of your sensitive information, bank information is on there, so shred it. But get home one of the best shredders on the market. It's customer pick. This is the Royal 100 sheet. That's how many it can do at a time. Microcut shredder. Again, it has a 4.5 gallon drop in, and guess what? Because we have an amazing deal today, $50 off, you get this home for under $100, plus 5 Flex, plus free shipping. So on Flex, you can get it home and start using it right now for 20 bucks. One of the best shredders out
Oh
there
my
from
gosh,
a company that's been around for over a century.
This is such a good company. I have so many of their products. I have their typewriters. I have their coin counter.
Nice.
I love this company because they make very high-end products. Now, I want to give you a statistic that might be alarming. One of the biggest identity theft, ways right now is tax identity theft.
Oh,
one of the biggest
yes.
mediums, I'm not sure what word to use there, but one of the ways that those people are attacking us the most is tax identity theft. And we have, in 2022, which now we're 2 years out of that statistic, over 90,000 people were affected with tax identity theft. So if it's been over 7 years, you really need to shred those documents because you're making yourself extremely vulnerable to the people out there that know what they're doing. And what you want, if we can just go back to the Microcut really quick,
Yeah.
because that's really the part this is the big superstar of today's show, is the Microcut. What you might have is you might still have the strip cut. Now this is what used to work. In the original shredders, go check your shredder and see what kind you have. But there is no problem. If I was a scammer and I went through your trash, there is no problem finding your information on this strip cut. Then we went to crosscut. Crosscut got a little bit better, but the way that these thieves have upped their game, this is not going to cut it. You are still vulnerable with this crosscut right there. And now what Royal has done is they've made you a Microcut shredder. This Microcut shredder absolutely pulverizes any documents you have, any credit cards, old credit cards, fake credit cards, anything that comes in the mail. You know what I always say at my house? I say, shred it and forget it.
Yes.
It just comes right in the mail. You go right to the shredder.
Absolutely.
Shred it and forget it. And
Yes.
you will no longer be vulnerable and no longer be one of the millions of people every year that gets caught up. Oh gosh, just the inconvenience alone of having to get your credit card information back.
Oh, yes.
Oh, hours.
That is 100% the
Hours.
truth, because
Hours.
there's a lot of us who blessedly this has never happened to.
Correct,
But
yeah.
talk to your friends who have had their identities stolen. It is years trying to get back to square one, if you can.
Yes, years.
The amount of money that you spend
Correct.
just to get out of the hole. Granted, there are a lot of protection services out there, but it is time consuming. The headache is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
So this is why we try to tell you, get ahead of it. Make sure you're doing everything you possibly can on the front end, and that way you don't have to be one of those cautionary tales. I did want to let you know that of all the colors, you must be really selling it because you're wearing that beautiful blue dress.
is blue
but
going?
the blue is by far the most popular color of all the colors. And then we have it in black, we do have it in green, and we have it in red. And how funny is it that I'm wearing red and I'm standing
my
on
gosh,
this
that
side
is
of the table?
interesting.
So
That is.
grab your favorite color, but again, each and every one of these shredders does the thing that you want it to do, is that it micro cuts your paper, your credit cards. It can plow through those staples, so you don't have to worry about plucking the staples out, which of course is another time-consuming, headache-driven process. Just slam it in there. It will take care of it. And then look, If you really have a lot to work with, you can front load, you can back load at the same time. And it's a 4.5 gallon holder for all of the debris. So then you don't have to be emptying it every 5 seconds. This is a fantastic device. Look how strong that is. And I love, love, love that it's really lightweight, but it's on casters, so you can move it everywhere.
On casters, can move anywhere, comes fully assembled. So you might be looking at this like me, somebody like me, and going, well, I'm gonna get it home, but I'm gonna have to call my brother, I'm gonna have to call my nephew. Who's gonna put it together? It came put together.
It comes put together.
I'm so excited.
And the fact that you don't have to pay an additional dime on shipping, that's fantastic.
Right.
Absolutely. Grab it right now. We did want to let you know. Oh, thank you, Tara. Oh my gosh, our whole presentation blew by in a breeze.
Was it
was so fast.
Oh, goodness. Well, congrats to everybody that got one.
I will say, I love to reuse, and recycle. So if you're looking for some fun confetti, look at all this confetti we just made for all of our crafters out there. I know they love that. If you're looking for even more inspiration, let's say for crafting, for fashion, for any kind of shopping experience that you have, like home decor, make sure you're checking out us on streaming. That's HSN Plus. There's free content, so make sure you check it out. There's lots of shows that you know, lots of shows that you already love, but absolutely new things as well. So make sure you're checking them out. There's events as well as returning favorites and deals, of course, that can't be beat. So all of it's free. Check it out any place that you stream, but the easiest way to check it out is plus.hsn.com. We're going to take a quick break, but when we return,